Yes sir, what's going on YouTube? Back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you the fastest way to speed ramp. And speed ramping is just basically making your footage go from normal speed or fast to slow motion and back again. So I'm going to be showing you how I do it without keyframing. I feel like the keyframing method just takes extra time for no reason. It does give you smoother curves with your slow mo's, but I feel like it just wastes time and it's not really necessary. So before we hop into Premiere, I recommend that you shoot in a high frame rate, either 60 frames per second or 120 frames per second, and that way you'll get the best results. But stick around for the tutorial and I'll show you how to get buttery smooth slow mo's on your 24 frames per second footage as well. So let's hop right into Premiere. Okay, so here in Premiere, I have 4 clips loaded up. These first 2 shots are shot in 120 frames per second. Drone shot was shot in 60 frames per second. And this last shot was shot in 24 frames per second. And I'm gonna show you how I speed ramp and how to add some energy once you have your clips lined up like you want them to be. So here we go. I'm gonna start off with the first clip and I'll just play the clip and listen to the beat. So I see a bass hit here. You can see a bass hit here on the waveform. So what I'll do, I'll go in, I'll make a cut. I hit C on the keyboard. Then go to my razor tool. I'll make a cut. I'll go back to the selection tool and I'll hit on my keyboard Command R to bring up my speed duration, and I'll slow it down to 20%. You can slow down 120 frames footage down to 20%, and you can slow down 60 FPS footage down to 50%. And when I show you 24 frame footage, you can do either. So now that I have the first clip slowed down, you see it's regular motion, then it slows down on the bass hit. So on the next bass hit or before the next bass hit, I'll want to bring in the next clip. So I'll shift, hit the back arrow on my keyboard to go back 5 frames, and I'll go forward 5 frames again, and I'll hit R on the keyboard for the rate stretch tool, and I'll just drag this clip back and I'll zoom in the clip and you can see, no you can't see, but I'll hover over it and the clip is at 200%. There you really can't see, but it speeds up at the end right before the bass hit, and I'll just bring in the next clip. Find a spot where I want to slow down. I'll go here to slow down. Command R on the keyboard, 20%. And with the length of this clip, I might speed it up again. I don't know, I'll see. All right, so I'll go here and go back to my selection tool. So when, right before he points, I'll make a cut and find another spot where I want the slow-mo to resume, and I'll do this bass hit. So I hit the selection tool and R. I'll hit R for the rate stretch tool. Stretch this scene back and drag this clip so it'll go from normal to slow to fast to slow. Then here I'll make a cut. I want to cut this scene here. Command R on the keyboard, and this is a 60 frame clip, so I want to slow it down to 50%. Let's see what we have so far. So where a new beat starts, I'll do the last clip. And this last clip is 24 frames per second. So I'll show you what it looks like if we just try to slow it down normally. One second, son. 1 second, I got you. So yeah, I'll find a spot where I want to cut. So it'll be here on this bass hit. I'll make a cut and I'll show you what it looks like if you slow it down normally. So I'll Command R and I'll try to slow it down to 50%. And let's see what it looks like. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how to get that to be smooth and buttery like these other clips that were shot in a high frame rate. So Command Z to undo. I'll make my cut here. And what you want to do is right click and nest the piece that you want to slow down. And you're going to do the same thing. Command R and 50%. And you want to go to time interpolation and change it to optical flow. And once you change it to optical flow here on mine, it turns red, so it has to be rendered. So I'll render this out. Okay, so now I'll play it. And you can see the slow motion is way smoother. If I Command Z and undo, actually I'll re-nest it. Command R, slow it down to 20% optical flow. So let's see what that looks like. Smooth, smooth, smooth. So as you can see, you can slow down your 24 frame footage as well. As slow as 20%. And it'll still be smooth. So the next step, what I like to do to add a little bit more energy, I like to add some flashes or some shakes or some blurs, something else just to add some more energy. So I'll create an adjustment layer, drag the adjustment layer where it transitions and where it speeds up. I preset it so they'll automatically be 10 frames. And so what you could do, you can go to an effect. I'll type in directional blur. And I'll go in and go to the middle of the clip, create a keyframe for the direction and the blur length. And then I'll change the direction to 90 and boost the blur length. Just boost it up to about 80. And then a couple frames back, I'll go to the start and I'll make the blur length 0 and make the blur length on the other side 0. Drag it to the end. That was kind of slow, so what I'll do is drag keyframes in some. Yeah, I like how that looks. So there it is. This is how I speed ramp and add energy to my music videos. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know what you want to see next. And thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all.